You know, the Temple of Hip Hop began in 1996. The Temple of Hip Hop is a hip hop preservation society and ministry. Notice the words, hip hop preservation society and ministry. You know, we take our cue from the fact that Africa Bambaataa from Zulu Nation, that's the real first hip-hop preservation society. They may not have used those terms, but the work that was being done was actually the preservation of hip-hop. That's Zulu Nation all day. From there, we get the elements of hip-hop, the original elements, breaking, MCing, graffiti art, DJing, knowledge, and overstanding. It's this knowledge and overstanding piece that we take and form the temple of hip-hop. If you notice within our gospel of hip-hop, we have 18 overstandings. The overstandings, which is also a term used in a variety of spiritual circles, this term is beyond understanding. Understanding is comprehension, intellectual comprehension. I understand what it is you told me. I comprehend it. But overstanding is when you actually have experienced your comprehension. Not only do you comprehend it, but you have an experience with your comprehension. You overstand it. So the Temple of Hip Hop is designed to actually do the actual preservation work. And when we started to do the research to put together our body of knowledge, we realized that we are not just doing hip hop, breaking, MCing, graffiti art, DJing. We are also it itself. We are being it. We're not just doing hip hop. We are hip hop. We are the actual utterance of that term. When you say hip hop, you don't think of nobody but us. This is a specific term. So I say all of this to say that there's more to it than that. And those who have the gospel of hip hop already know what it is. But it's things like this that inspire young people coming up to be what it is they see themselves as and not get hampered down by social restrictions or some old dude telling you, you got to do it like this. No, that's not what we're about. It's not what the Temple of Hip Hop's about. When I was coming up, I was inspired by everybody. Oh, man, I take it back to Muhammad Ali. He was an MC. I mean, everybody knows him as a boxer, but Muhammad Ali was a cool MC, man. He used to say some fly rhymes before he knocked the dude out. Brilliant. Take it over, of course, to watch poets, last poets. Oh man, Gil Scott. These are just the staples. And I'm not just shouting these names out. I mean, the revolution will not be televised by Gil Scott. That is classic poetry, and it documents the time. It was people like Kool Moe Dee from the Treacherous, actually the whole Treacherous Three. It was actually Melly Mel, these people, MC Shan, Roxanne Shante. These people were actually the seminal figures when I was coming up. I was influenced by a lot of people. I mean, Bob Marley, Yellow Man, taking it over there, U-Roy, I-Roy, getting the DJ, the Sound Clash tapes of Saxon and Coxon Sound, and GT International, of course, Stone Love, all of that. You mesh all of that in with, of course, a Little Temptations, Isley Brothers, and you get what a lot of hip-hoppers call their style. I was really no different in that regard. I haven't even achieved my greatest achievement yet. I haven't even achieved it yet. The greatest achievement, I would say, would be my children, the raising of my children. And I'm not achieved in that yet. In that sense. Another achievement would be hip-hop itself. The fact that people look at hip-hop the way they do makes me smile today. People don't like the way it sounds on the radio or whatever, but I remember when there was no hip-hop and there was no access to radio, there was no access to nothing. To now see hip-hop everywhere in the society in which I live, in my lifetime, to me is absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Of course, I'm going to publish more books, albums, everything. I'm always recording albums. I'm just always recording albums. I'm always in the studio spitting. Tonight, I'm going to do something right now, actually, Hope we record it somehow. This may wind up an album somewhere. But book-wise, The Gospel of Hip Hop, of course, was 2009. Ruminations was 2003 before that. And 1995 was The Science of Rap. All of these books are first. The ones that are coming out after this is actually my wife's book, in which I'm editing, called Identifying Your Faith. I'm also putting a piece together called The Real Nigga, N-I-G-G-A, which breaks down where the term nigga comes from. Both N-I-G-G-A, the word nigga, as well as the term N-I-G-G-E-R, where they both come from, how people approach it. I don't think a real scholarly, in-depth research has ever been done on the word, but we have so much opinion about it. So I'm writing that up as well. And then there's several other projects as well. I'll have to get into something called God's Son, which I take off the Nas's album, God's Son, and I flush out the idea of what is God's Son. And I realized through the etymology of the English language that sound was originally son, or son was originally more related to sound than it is to a male child, a male child of a parent. So having realized that son in the olden days, pronounced as son, dealt with sound more than the male child of a parent, I opened my eyes and realized that the Son of God is really the sound of God, or could be interpreted as the sound of God. God being a soul sonic force, and we hearing the sound of God are God's sons. When you resonate with God, you are God's son. I have a whole piece on this that I outline. That's it. That's what's coming up. So my last words, not even last words, these are really my first words, because this was really on my heart. When it comes to hip hop, we have such an ability to reshape our own realities and the reality of the world itself. You gotta think more of yourself. That's what the movement is all about. This movement is all about people who feel worthless, voiceless, powerless, getting a voice, getting a worth, and feeling the power. Hip-hop offers that. Our parents prayed and prayed, oh, we want to get out the system, oh, we want to be free, oh, we want justice, equality. Then hip-hop came, and no one recognized it. We only used it, abused it, put it to the side, pick it up when we want, step on it to get to other careers. No one thinks about hip-hop itself, how it saved all of us. All the movie stars, actors, all that rappers, executives, all that comes out of a certain mind state that we all collectively call hip-hop. And it's this that we have to transfer to our children. It's this that we have to even have to handle it ourselves in such a way that in our older ages, we have something to fall back on. Hip-hop is beyond music, way beyond music. Hip-hop is the consciousness that creates arts of all sorts. Once you realize what that art is, once you realize what that consciousness is, you're free. And that's what hip-hop is all about. Self-creation leading to the ultimate state of freedom. Now, I'm gonna go in here and rip this place down. Not because there's a whole lot of people in here, but because that's what I feel about myself. My faith in myself is gonna make those people feel the faith in me. This is what it's all about. Make the inner you the outer you.
Don't contradict the style. Don't contradict the style. My purpose is to warn.